Welcome to Lifted Kitchen Smoothie series. Today we have a special guest, Chef Lari Laurikkala, mushroom enthusiast and a special fun guy. So great to have you here.
Thanks for the invitation. Really happy to be here.
So Lari is the product manager of Sigmatic, formerly known as 4 Sigma Foods. What are you up to in 4 Sigma Foods and what's your role?
So we're formerly known as 4 Sigma Foods. We just had a rebranding, 4 Sigmatic. We focus on the top most studied and the most effective superfoods in the world, which are mainly medicinal mushrooms. So we make these extracts of medicinal mushrooms, make them easy to use and fun to use. Personally, I develop the recipes, I travel the world a lot, do a lot of trainings, and meet a lot of awesome people and enjoy mushrooms.
What's better? Nothing.
True that.
So what do we have coming today? What's your special drink?
I wanted to bring my share to the table with this calming, but still like balancing and rejuvenating evening drink. So it's gonna contain some protein, some good fats, of course a lot of mushrooms, especially reishi mushroom. That's one of my favorites and it's really calming. So perfect in the evening. It's gonna be creamy, a bit sweet, just pure delicious.
Sounds awesome. Sounds like you guys are up for a special recipe, and already at this point I can say that there are a lot of interesting ingredients that we're gonna go through. And if you're gonna make this drink, take a picture, send the picture to us, post it. You'll definitely get a prize. So let's start the blending.
That's a challenge. So, first ingredient, some gelatin for good protein, help your body to...
Good for your ligaments.
Yeah.
Makes you strong.
Because we're resting at night, we want to be recovering, rejuvenating. So some gelatin in the evening smoothie is one great option.
Do you usually measure these or is it just by hand like chef style?
I've never done recipes. So whatever feels good to you, just experiment. Couple teaspoons, couple tablespoons.
Use your intuition.
Something like that. Next up, a little special ingredient, Reishi Spores. This one is cell cracked Reishi Spores. And let's put a lot of it. One of my favorite ingredients. It gives an awesome nutty taste. So this is a reishi mushroom. It's one of the most calming, most studied, most overall health enhancing medicinal mushrooms in the world. And the spores are basically the seeds of the mushrooms. They come from the gills or the pores from the underneath. So they have been collected here and they work great in any recipe, especially smoothies.
So I've heard that you've also collected these mushrooms yourself in Finland.
You can find reishi, yeah. I've come across it twice in Finland, even though I do spend a lot of time in the forest, so it's not common, but it's possible to find. Next up, cacao butter. So this is from the cacao bean, but the butter has been pressed out and it doesn't have the stimulating effects of cacao. So it works great in the evening smoothies. Gives just a pure delicious flavor and good fats.
One of the best things also for your skin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Someone else's skin maybe in the evening.
Good for sharing. Next up, bee bread, or called perga. This one is fermented bee pollen. So the little bees flying around collecting pollen and fermenting it and storing it in these little pellets inside the honeycomb. These ones are known as testosterone boosters as well.
So yeah, you always keep that in mind in the evening.
If it's that kind of an evening. Next up, a little sweetness from bird sap syrup. One of my favorite things to sweeten with. I do this myself as well. So in the spring, the sap flows in the birch trees. You tap them, so basically you drill a hole, the sap comes out. It's kind of like the coconut water of the Nordics. So when you boil it, the sugar content concentrates and it turns into syrup. This
nice.
is
golden.
This is pure gold.
And yes. What time of the year do you usually go for it?
It's in April, May, usually. Next ingredient is a bit more reishi mushroom. This is one of our products. It's the reishi elixir. So it contains dual extract of the reishi mushroom. So it's not the spores, but it's the whole fruiting body of the mushroom has been extracted in hot water and in alcohol. That way you get all the beneficial micronutrients, easily digestible. So let's put a big dose of reishi.
That's good. Always rather with these mushrooms do you overdose rather than underdose.
That's
not dangerous, right?
It's not dangerous, yeah. So if you want to really get the effects, feel the effects, it's better to have a good enough, big enough dose. So that's not all the mushrooms. Next up, Winning X Blend. This one is a combination of 10 different mushrooms. It's quite epic, so of course it has more reishi as well, but it also has things like chaga mushroom and turkey tail mushroom, a maitake mushroom, and a bit of rose hips. So rose hips is a natural source of vitamin C, which is of course great to have pretty much with every meal, but especially with medicinal mushrooms, vitamin C increases the absorption. So we combine it in this one.
Sounds like there's gonna be so many mushrooms in the smoothie that we're gonna have to go and study from your pages actually.
You can find a lot more information at foursigmafoods.com. So definitely worth checking these out. And some of these products can be found at the resellers, but some of them are only sold in the website. So check that out. Next one, a little special blend is called Easy Blend. And this one has, of course, more reishi again, because it's designed for evening uses. But it also has ashwagandha. So it's an Ayurvedic herb that's quite calming and adaptogenic. And it has chamomile, one of the most traditional evening herbs.
So basically, only the Easy Blend or reishi on its own is really good for relaxing in the evening.
True that, yeah.
But this is just
when you
like
combine them, they work really well together.
Yeah.
So it's like alchemy to next level. Then I always want to include in all my cooking and also in all my smoothies just a pinch of salt. It balances out the sweetness and the other flavors. So high quality sea salt goes in. Next, for a little texture and calcium, some mulberries. One of my favorite snacks. Works also great in smoothies. And last but not least ingredient, one of my favorites. Can you guess what it is?
I think it's Toko, because I've heard that your nickname is the Toko Bear.
Tocotrienols.
Yeah.
It's just awesome creaminess and great source of vitamin E. And you can easily eat a big enough dose so that you get the benefits from it.
The caramel structure,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. All right.
We're about ready to blend, only need some liquid to it. This time we're using apple ginger tea, but you could use any kind of hot liquid. I like to make this warm in the evening, especially now since it's winter and the fats get blended more nicely into hot liquids than cold.
Nice. Looking forward to it. This is the kind of an elixir that probably a lot of people haven't tasted yet, and I haven't myself. I guess it's quite unique, so want to see what it makes me feel like.
Let's see.
And shall I serve it from the handmade guksi mug?
Let's do it.
Traditional guksi, kuksa from Finland.
You go ahead. Cheers. Keep
Cheers.
peace.
Keep peace. Beautiful, beautiful, simply beautiful. Rich, sweet, but also the bitterness is there. So you can find some of the reishi flavor, right?
Definitely. You can tell it's medicinal. Because we all know the saying that tastes like medicine. When it has the bitter flavors, we know it's good for us. But the bitters on their own are not usually quite pleasant to take. So making combinations like this is the easiest way of including medicinal foods into your daily diet.
Nice. So the relaxing is on its way, and the testosterone as well. We're gonna keep on enjoying. You guys comment, throw us with pictures, and someone is gonna be probably making this drink first. So the one who's gonna make this drink first is definitely gonna get a hefty prize. See you guys.
See you. Keep on shrooming.